Hi there, this is John the Bastard, and here is a new LP of a new Knytt Stories level. This one is called The Darkness. It's by Evangelos. I was originally doing, let's see, what was it called? Oh, sorry about that. It was originally called... Where's the pink level? Oh yes, The Mysterious Pink Land by Lime Lemon. I do not condone playing that. I gave it to a friend of mine who is a very good gamer, although he's not too much of an expert in Knytt. He played it for about an hour, and he did not get very far either. So it's one of those things that, like, if you want abuse, you're into watching Kaizo, I want to be the guide, that sort of thing, then you can watch that. Otherwise, I really wouldn't recommend it too much. So this one has been rated normal as a difficulty level, so we're going to go ahead and try this. Now, level start. Originally, this was going to be blind, but I started playing it and I started recording, and then I got done and I found out that none of my audio had been recorded. So, none of my great running commentary about how totally awesome this level was showed up. So, as it is, though, I really kind of shot through the level, so I'm probably going to forget where certain things are. And then the other thing is this level is very linear, so it's not like I'm going to have a whole lot of stuff to miss. So there was also a level I was mentioning earlier, which was a very, very good one, which is called The Journey Home. The author is called Flary, and once again, you can get it on the Knytt Stories level archive, which I believe is knittlevels.com, just www.knittlevels.com. The Journey Home was very well done, uses all the different items, it's pretty long, and when you get to the end where you have everything, it's pretty challenging. So I highly recommend it. And anyway, we're going back through here. This, once again, and I mentioned this again in the previous commentary, which is gone, this is one of the neatest traps I've ever seen. And granted, it's pretty easy to get through, but it's one of those things that's like, ooh, cool little visual cue. So, and then another thing that I was mentioning, once again, I keep saying, I was mentioning this before, and I talked about it while the audio was gone. Yup. I like the fact that in this, there are a lot of somewhat custom tiles, I guess. I don't really know how custom they are. I've never used the level editor before. That's one thing I will be doing probably after I've done a bunch more LPs. Which is, it's very well designed, and one thing about Knytt, and this is very important for people who are designing levels, it is very minimalistic. This is true. I mean, just look at this room, for example, or look at the screen. Minimalism, that's totally cool. What's not as cool is when you just draw lots and lots of levels, lots and lots of rooms for the sake of, this is far away, and there's nothing in them. I mean, look, there's trees and plants and shit like that around here, so there's no reason that you can't include it. So anyway, now we're going back, and we're going back to the place where I was before, and we're not taking quite as much time, which is nice. There aren't any other particular concepts. There were a couple things that I was going over about what makes good traps, what makes a good challenge, that sort of a thing. The reason I stopped playing the Mysterious Pink Adventure, I think it was called, is because of the fact that I was getting extremely impatient with not being able to beat the first screen in 10 minutes. That, to me, is kind of irritating. Now I'm going to be quiet for a minute so you can hear this music. Over here and get the double jump. Okay. Sorry. That's just my favorite music of all this stuff. Most of the levels have the Niffless compositions that he provided for the game in the first place. Every so often you'll get one that has some extra stuff. There's one called In the Sewer, which has music that is apparently by Niffless, but it's not in the original Knytt Stories. It has very awesome background music for the main sewer part of the game, and there's a boss believe it or not. You can actually do that in Knytt Stories with the way that they set it up. The way that they set it up is actually pretty ingenious, but I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to play it, or you'll have to see an LP that I will do on it eventually, because I probably will. Oh, this is one thing that I brought up that I got halfway through and then I totally lost my train of thought. First thing about this is this jump coming up. Alright, damn it, stop falling. Alright, right here, jump! Okay, don't do that. The reason is because if you jump off into space, you don't know if you're going to be landing on solid ground. Normally, they put it so that there's like a block or two of space, but sometimes it's a dick move in which you go jumping off and you might make it and you usually don't. And then when that happens and you screw somebody over that way, they're kind of like, alright, well, I have to keep trying this with trial and error. I mean, you have a contradiction here because you have Knytt, which is an awesome side-scroller, but then you have the problem of where do you draw the line between the exploratory nature of Knytt and the challenge nature that allows you all the stuff that you can do with all the modifications, the physics engine, etc., etc. It's one of those things that I'm sure gets debated quite a bit on forums, but again, I don't read forums very much. They're usually full of trolls, and I don't like trolls very much. So anyway, we're making good progress here. I was mostly talking before, if I remember correctly, about different enemies and different traps and what was good, what was bad. I'm really enjoying the scenery. The coloration and whatnot is used very well, as well as the little extras in the background and whatnot that I mentioned before. That little purple guy is the most irritating thing. It's not the most irritating thing ever. There have been some terribly irritating things. But that little purple guy is pretty damn annoying simply just because he's so tiny. So, anyway, now that I've got double jump, and I've also got the little hologram thing. See? I'm a hologram! Anyway, now that I've got those, I'm going to go this way. And there's a trap there. It's a spike trap. And it's on both sides, apparently. Nice. Yeah, spike traps are a pretty ingenious and they're a pretty nasty thing that you can use on people. The only thing that I don't like about them, and this actually adds to their interestingness, is the fact that they do not respond to your presence. Can't believe I did that. They do not respond to your presence until you're nearly right on top of them, which usually fucks you over very quickly. So, there have been some very ingenious usage of the spikes. And I don't remember if the hologram fools them. I think it does. Okay, this is going to be fun. This is a level, this is a room I had not yet reached in my previous LP. This is going to be really annoying. Yeah. The problem with those particle diffusers, the stupid save point's so far away. You know what? Okay, well this is not that hard, but really, sometimes when you have like a whole bunch of really nasty challenges in a row, put a damn save point in. Oh, wow, I almost made it that time. Anyway, what I was going to say before is those little diffusers, those guys can be really awesome or really annoying. Go, 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 go! Oh! I don't have an umbrella. Right, forgot about that. The little diffusers, you saw me zipping past them earlier, and I was like, well, why are they so hard? What are you talking about? Well, that's because they were surrounded by walls, and the bits were getting dispersed very easily. So let's see if I can do this again really quickly. Oh, hey, awesome, cool. Okay, and let's go up here to these guys. If you're wondering why I'm running around in a hologram, well, actually you should... Oh, this ought to be good. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, at least there's a save point back here. Anyway, so I shouldn't need to talk about that. I really like the dark levels where you have these guys in all black with their glowing red eyes. It's pretty cool, but I'm sure Nicholas knew that, and that's why he did that desired effect. Okay, save point. Let's glance around a little bit. I got a few seconds left before I've got to cut the video. Well, I can't go up that wall. By the way, this is just something that's frustrating. If I can't climb a wall when I have the wall climb, give me a good reason not to. Like, put shit on the wall or whatnot. Like, it's very easy to build an arbitrary barrier that you can ignore or that you can not climb over, so just do that instead. Because every time I see a blank wall, it's like, I must climb over that. But anyway, I'm hitting the 10-minute mark. I want this to be able to be shown on YouTube, and I really hope I haven't been playing for 10 minutes with no sound. So I'm going to test that out, and I'll see you in a bit.